You hate your social situation, right? In this video, I'm going to share you some of the personal stories that I have and how step by step I transform myself and my social situation. After puberty, coming from lockdown, I was basically the topper personality. I was just topping the classes, and I started to get into some new friend groups. And these friend groups revolved around like dating, girls, entertainment, video games, television, and all that jazz. And I had some real moments of bonding with them, joking around with them, especially with all the new emotions that we felt. I felt a bond with my friends. And this is also when I started liking girls. And this is also when I felt that a lot of insecurities came up because of the fact that my friendships felt one sided. And I blamed it 100% on me. Like, if I was charismatic enough, that wouldn't have happened. And that led to a lot of insecurities where my self worth felt so low. And one of my starting points of self improvement was to become more attractive, for me to look better. How do I become more attractive? That was a driving question. That led me to the habit of working out. I remember when we were playing sports, I'd be like in the ground, I'd be like always put in substitution because I wanted to because I didn't really play that good in the sport. I didn't really play that good in football or basketball, so I'd be in the substitution and I really hated it. And it kind of meant like status. And I remember this one point where it just felt like a race. It just felt like I need to prove it. And every time I go into the game, I'll feel this pressure to play properly or else they'll kick me out of the game. One time it was language period. And after that, we came into the class and then it was a substitution, which means like it was basically a free period. All of our friends, we gathered around. I went on switching places and it was really painful because it felt like no one cared about me and I kept getting insulted, especially by this one popular gang in our school. And I hated it. I liked two girls. One of them, I didn't even have the guts to confess. And the other girl, I was just texting. Both of them did not go anywhere except put even more lines, even more dense in my own self worth. And that need to go out and do stuff, I started practicing my social skills. I'm not charismatic enough. That just became a rooted belief. If I was more charismatic, I would be treated better. And I just went into social interactions with this feeling of insufficiency. But then towards the end of school, towards the end of the year, I kind of realized that when I was journaling, when I was thinking about these practices, I don't have to base this belief and my self-worth based on the opinion of a few people. Because when I kept journaling about that, I kept writing about this, and turns out I was just placing this belief of myself based on the opinions of like five people. And that just led to such a negative belief. And I really started shifting when I started switching, when I switched my schools. And in this new school, it was a new environment, and I had an opportunity to improve myself. An opportunity to transform where people's opinions weren't based off of me, where I wasn't just this person that doesn't stand up, this person that gets insulted and takes it and smiles. I could change how people perceive me. And I took that as an opportunity to go into the new environment with like more guts and more like status and everything. But in the new school, I discovered Transformation Mastery, which is basically a program that I pirated. But the reason that was so important and fundamental, because that's basically what I'm preaching here right now. That helped me get to the true cause. That helped me get to the core of my insecurities and my fears. my huge fears of authenticity, of expression. I started doing social anxiety challenges, but this time I started kind of doing the guided releases. I started letting go and getting through the sensations. And it was a huge journey. I remember when the start of the year I went to the other classes, we started shouting, we started like rallying up people. We started being like, this is you guys, and there's just like doing a lot of stuff, and then we got into trouble. I was talking to so many people in my new school. And one of the moments was in the series of transformation. I'm just picking out events, right? Because I'm just so hyped going at it. This big moment was like when I told my family I was grateful for them and I love them. And another big moment was like addressing some of the regrets that I had. And this was basically like my entire transformation in 5 minutes. But that's not all. Even after this point, there were so many problems that came up, so many struggles and issues that I faced. Times where I woke up, where I slept and had to escape, and then I woke up feeling this huge sensation of anxiety where I was sweating and I couldn't handle the present moment. But I'm telling you, and I'm sharing so much of my personal stories because I want to show you that progress is possible. And the possibility of progress should weigh down on you, because I'm just telling like stuff that rhymes because it sounds true. Because you'll be so dissatisfied otherwise. Because as you're progressing on the journey of self improvement, the more you realize your potential, the more it eats you up on the inside for not getting to it. So you can't back out. The only way out is through, and hopefully, I'm here supporting you in some steps of the way. My name is Yukash Ravan, and don't forget, I'm watching you from afar. I'm rooting on you. I'm rooting for you. And click on this video, and I'll see you there.